Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Aquarian Mind podcast. Today's podcast, episode number 152. I'm your host, Jamel Crothers. It's Wednesday Motivation and Inspiration, and today we're talking about staying motivated through hard times. Because not everything that glitters is gold. Not every day we're going to be happy. Not every day we're going to be motivated and inspired to go after our goals. Not every day are we going to be successful at what we're doing. Yeah, a myriad of things. So I need to keep it 100 with you guys. I need to be honest with you. I go through it. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm happy and motivated every day. I'm not going to sit here and act like I want to record podcasts all the time and I want to write my books and I want to edit them. And yeah, as I'm recording this, just want to give you guys a quick little heads up. I'm in the middle of writing a 12-book series for next year, and I have one more book to write. And then after I write that book, I have 12 books that I have to literally edit and format and put them all together and then get copies of the books to make sure that they look right. So, when people buy them, they look good. So be mindful that I'm not motivated every day. It's not even the case. And to really throw it out there, a few weeks ago, I was on vacation and I went back home and I saw my mom and family and friends and things like that. And for a whole week, I didn't exercise, I didn't write, I didn't edit, I didn't do a thing. My podcasts were set to be published and that's it. So just to give you guys a little heads up, that's my reality and that's kind of how my life goes sometimes. Now, 8 things to remember when you are going through tough times. Number 1, everything can and will change. Number 2, you've overcome challenges before. Number 3, it's a learning experience. Number 4, not getting what you want can be a blessing. Number 5, allow yourself to have some fun. Number 6, being kind to yourself is the best medicine. Number 7, other people's negativity isn't worth worrying about. And lastly, number 8, and there is always, always, always something to be thankful and grateful for. So, I will kind of break this down to you real quick. Number 1, with everything can and will change, yes, they will. I've seen it happen in my life and other people's lives. I will say, had a best friend who has had some rough patches the past few years, and the past few months of this year have been really good to him from a health, mental, spiritual, and emotional standpoint. So, prime example of that. Number 2, you've overcome challenges before. We all have, and we all will continue to do that. That is just part of life. Number 3, it's a learning experience. Yes, we're all learning on the fly about life. There isn't a book on life and how to be perfect and how to live and have the perfect life. No one has had a perfect life, trust me. Number 4, not getting what you want can be a blessing. I am learning that way more this year than I have in quite some time. Certain things have been going on in my life these past few months. Not anything bad, not anything drastic, but just more of things that I'm looking to change, and it's taking quite some time. Number 5, allow yourself to have some fun. Yes, don't work yourself to the bone to where you have no energy to do anything else. You guys do need to have fun. I think going out and exercising, enjoying an activity, having fun with friends, having some downtime. Just don't overdo it, especially if you're working towards something bigger than yourself. Number 6, being kind to yourself is the best medicine. Yes, it is. I am not easy on myself. I am working on that and getting better at it. I am my own worst enemy. I am my own worst critic. So I always feel that there's ways for me to improve and be better. And I put a lot of blame on myself for things, whether it's career, friendships, relationships, whatever it is. I'm trying to be the best version of myself for me, but also for God and for those that I care about around me. Number 7, other people's negativity isn't worth worrying about. That is the darn truth, to put it in nicer terms. I would go vulgar on it, but I'll try to keep it in nicer terms. Um, I will say that these past few months, I have kind of fed people from a long spoon. I don't put a lot of energy into people. I am learning to set my boundaries a lot better, and I think once you guys are able to do that, trust me, you'll go very far. And lastly, there's always something to be grateful and thankful for. Yes, I count my blessings every day. I do my best to be grateful and thankful for the opportunities that I have that may come my way. But I'm just thankful for the little things, like having my own place to come home to, and comfortable bed to sleep in, clothes to put on my back, good running water, because the reality of it is the majority of us are doing better than a large percentage of the world. So anyway, one of the hardest things, you know, when you're going through, those rough patches in your life is staying motivated. And sometimes our minds drift. We'll lose focus. We don't want to do the work that's necessary to achieve our goals. But the one thing I can truly attest to is, like I've said, I've been there, and I go through it at times. So I know that you guys are probably wondering, how do I stay focused? The biggest part for me is knowing how far I've come. And it's knowing that there's so much more to achieve, and there's so many more people that I can inspire and motivate. And it's knowing that one blog or one podcast can change a person's life. And this podcast can potentially shift the landscape of someone's life who's listening. And there's potentially a book that I can write that can inspire someone or get them to think deeper than what they normally do. And honestly, it's a journey for me, and I enjoy it. Now, what you have to think about is, whatever you're doing, how bad do you want it? Is what you're doing going to impact people now and down the road? How important are your goals to you, not to anyone else? And is what you are doing right now getting you closer to where you want to be? The last one is very important, because if you are doing, something that's important to you right now that is going to be bigger later on, then you're on the right path. Now, if you're just doing something just to do it, then you've got to ask yourself, what's your purpose and where are you going? And nothing in life is smooth sailing. I'm surely, not saying to, work through depression or personal life issues and any other things that may come along in your life, especially when it comes to your mental health, your spiritual, your emotional, things like that. So if you're going through certain things, spend the time, get through what you're experiencing, and then get back to where you need to be mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. So just know that you're going to get to where you need to get. You just can't focus on, like, I have to get it done now, or I want to achieve the results now. Hard times are going to come. You're going to deal with sicknesses, family deaths, work situations, family situations, things with your children, if you have any, certain financial things that you're going to deal with. So we're all going through something in life, and the hard times are not going to last forever. All they're doing is just preparing you for what's next in life, which will be probably something amazing. You just don't know it or realize it yet. And sometimes we have to look at the bigger picture of it and not have tunnel vision. We need to have peripheral vision where we can see everything. So when you are driving in a car, you don't have tunnel vision. You're looking from a peripheral vision standpoint. So if you're on a highway, you're not just looking at the car that's in front of you. You're looking at a few cars in front of you. You're looking at people to the left of you. You're looking at people to the right of you, because you're protecting yourself in your car. and you got to be able to change and adjust as things happen accordingly, whether it's construction, whether it's a slippery road, whether it's a dark road. And that's the perfect analogy that I need you guys to think about when it comes to the hard times. Drive through the car, go through the journey, and know that you may be on a dark highway, but somewhere along the lines, you're going to see lights again, right? Or you're going to see that car that's in front of you that has lights on, right? So I like to use analogies in life, and I think it really kind of puts things in perspective and it makes things a lot easier to think about. So what I say is like just take your time with going through what you're going through and get to where you want to be. Look, in this writing process, I've lost people, close family members. I've dealt with depression, I've dealt with sadness, I've dealt with loneliness, I've dealt with, doubting myself. I said I've been through plenty of things, but I still have made sure that I stay motivated and get myself through these tough times. And I've gotten through those things, and I'm still dealing with a couple of things on my own right now, outside of all the content that I'm creating. But I know that I'm going to get to where I need to get, and you guys, whatever you're working on right now, you're going to get to where you need to be. But be patient in the process. That's the best advice I can give you. And with that said, that's my podcast for today. I thank you guys for listening. As always, be good, everyone, and go accomplish your goals.